Greetings, and thank you all for joining us this evening as Crit Eating Grin presents to you a D&D 5e real play, Curse of Strahd. It is a campaign setting from Wizards of the Coast. At ye old table, the lone wandering traveler who will attempt to cast his die in his quest to save himself and Barovia along with his other party members. I am Grin Master Eric. I'll be your guide through the shadowy mist-filled lands of Barovia. So, when last we left off, you had chosen, Ben, to separate yourself from the group.
I did.
As Esmeralda chased after you, lingering about 10 feet or so behind on horseback. The dragon had elevated into the air to take flight. You now find yourself traveling through a twisted, wicked forest or timber that is very narrow and difficult to traverse. So, let's put on a little bit of music to build up the heart rate. What you see before you is our map on the table. Each hex is a quarter mile.
Yeah.
You've chosen to go south.
Yes.
Draw away said dragon and rider. We're going to play this in a more of a loose montage kind of thing instead of counting out all the squares. So, to travel through a quarter mile of the hex on the map, you're going to make 2 animal handling rolls. You will also be piloting Esmeralda.
Mm-hmm.
The difficulties have already been set.
Okay.
Complications, drawbacks, and things can occur. What you do know is you currently look back and do not really see the dragon. You will have half cover from the forested canopy above you.
Okay.
There is like visual, like you will be able to look up and see things above you.
Okay.
But it is a little tricky.
It's the same half cover that I'm getting.
Correct.
They're also getting.
Correct.
All right. As we take off into the woods, and I sort of taking off into the woods, leaving the party behind me, kind of glancing back, noticing that Ez is close on my tail, I'll think in my head over to Niley, kind of as there's watching her kind of get ready for combat on her horseback. Mm-hmm. I will whisper to her, just through the psychic whispers, I will say, "All right, Niley, take care of them. I'll get the dragon away." And I will say out loud to Esmeralda, "A bit of fun!" and take off into the woods.
Okay.
So first animal handling check for me is 9. And for Esmeralda, I don't know what her animal handling is. Does she have one?
She does not.
She does not, so that would be her wisdom,
Correct.
which is +0. That's okay though, she got a 14.
Okay. So, what I now need you to do is roll me a d6 and a d4.
D6.
Like the very first, would that be like is it 1/8 of a mile or something roughly like that?
Yeah. 3 is on the D6, 2 is on the D4.
So I'm assuming you're dashing with your horse.
Yes.
An all-out sprint. They move at 40 feet. You doubled it up, so that's 80 feet, but you lose 30 feet
Okay.
because of the difficult terrain, and it's a lot tougher.
Yanking between trees.
And what was the D4?
2.
Roll me a D6 again, please.
2.
You take 2 points of damage, physical damage, bludgeoning or piercing from
Smack
briar.
the trees.
The horse also takes the damage.
Oh gosh. How much health does the horse have?
You've have to look up the horse, but I'm pretty sure it's not much. So that's, like I said, that's gonna encompass the first kind of half of the quarter mile there, the 1/8 or so roughly. She is going to now pull up right next to you to kind of help right you as she rides the best she can.
Okay.
And she says, "Are you sure you know what you're doing? This is insane."
And we'll keep going.
As you look back to the sky, you can see that the dragon has taken flight and is probably about 60 feet behind you currently.
Okay.
You can see the illuminating shadows.
Am I tracking am I tracking him? What I want to do is I want to see if I can track his shadow, because I want to get a sense of kind of where he is. And I think at that moment, as I'm tracking this shadow, I want to double check one little quick thing before I do this. Do I have sight on him?
You have enough sight to determine where he's at.
Okay. And you said he's about 60 feet away from me?
In the air, correct. He's 60 feet in the distance and probably about 20 feet above the canopy. So he may be like anywhere between 40 to 50 feet above the floor of the forest.
So we're saying he's roughly, if I can do this math right, like 85 feet at a
if you
diagonal.
do the, yeah.
Okay. I think, kind of thinking back to watching his shadow kind of expand and almost lift itself out of the ground the last time, I think as he kind of looks over his shoulder to kind of catch a glimpse of the, of this dragon with Escher on his shoulder, also trying to address, as also trying to, like, reach out to people that he's seeing or in protecting, and heading presumably what he thinks is southeast, but not entirely sure. I think he feels a very small tap on his shoulder, and he'll actually see his shadow kind of like peeking up over the side of his head, and he goes, "You want to play? All right." And he'll throw it back up at the dragon to latch Hex, locking onto the dragon itself. The disability I would like to give the dragon are, and I think I choose an ability when I cast the spell. The target has advantages on ability checks made with that chosen ability. I'm choosing Wisdom. Specifically to attack, so he gets disadvantage on all of his ability checks made with that ability. I'm attempting to basically cloud his vision and like affect his perception checks and his tracking abilities and things like that. But it's all Wisdom checks, I believe, that are affected by that. So it would be Survival, Perception, Medicine, which the dragon's not going to do, Insight? His own animal handling. And I'm going to keep writing.
Sure.
Keep writing into the
dense, thick, twisted wood.
And I think Esmeralda watching Ben do this, she's going to go, or say something along the lines of like, lovely trick, and throw, in her own mind, cast a Prestidigitation off to their left side to give a rustling of trees kind of in the opposite direction that they're traveling.
Okay.
To attempt to shift the dragon's direction.
Okay.
Which I imagine would be a deception check.
I'm just going to give a disadvantage on perceptions for both Escher and our large dragon friend, who also technically, he doesn't, not perception, he had insight disadvantage on, wasn't it? The wisdom, or wisdom encompasses...
He has disadvantage on all wisdom checks.
Okay,
so perception would be one of them, and insight.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. There's a rustle of the leaves. You will see there's a beginning of a slight listing.
Okay.
Which will buy you a little time and maybe a little distance, but then it will start to recorrect itself as you are proceeding to the next part of this chase.
Okay. And I have concentration. Okay. I will now think back to Niley again, and I will say something along the lines of, I really hope you know what you're doing and you are getting them out of there. And we ride.
Okay. So this will be essentially the second round, per se, in our loose chase.
So much better. Ben rolled a 17 plus 1, which is 18. And she rolled a 13.
Okay, can you roll me a d6? And then a d4. is this gonna
The
be?
D6 is a 4. The D4 is a 1.
Alright, so Esmeralda takes 4 points. Her horse takes 4 points. I'll track the horses for us.
Okay. So she takes
And
4.
a 1 is what she rolled on her D4.
Yes.
Okay. Scratch that. You said a 4 on the D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
No damage to Esmeralda. She
Oh.
loses 40 feet of movement. That's what I was trying
Okay.
to do.
So she pulls way back.
So she falls back. Do you continue to ride ahead? How do you play that?
I'll, instead of riding straight on, I'll veer off to the right and almost in true, like, kind of zigzag pattern, I'm just going to cut directly to the right. So she keeps an eye line on me and she can catch up in that direction.
Okay. So how I'll play this essentially is her next difficulty will be increased by a couple points.
Okay.
This will, because of the failures that kind of transpired and everything you're trying to do to keep all this going, this will allow the dragon and the rider to compensate and track back.
Okay.
So he'll be like, okay, now I got
Agreed.
you. So that'll be your first quarter mile.
Okay.
Currently.
Which one do I need to...
You don't need to touch anything because
Okay.
you are in the hex that we just rolled through.
Got it.
You're
got
going
it.
to be moving to the next one.
I'll say,
All right, what is next?
and push forward.
And she's going to try to yell to you, but like, this was your plan! That's what she's yelling to you.
And isn't it fun?
And I'll continue what I imagine to be is south.
Okay. So this will be the third. This will be anyone 3/4. No. 5/8 mile or 3/8 mile.
Yep.
So go ahead and make your animal handling check.
She rolled a 19, and I rolled a 3.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and roll me a d6 and a d4 again.
The D6 is a 4, and the D4 is a 2.
Okay, so roll me another d6. You, on your initial, because of the maneuver that you took, it cost you speed because you lost that much speed, but now you will basically reconvene side by side. But in doing that maneuver, you and the horse will take 2 more points of forest damage. And the horse is beginning to start a little bit of a lather as it's breathing pretty heavy, but it's very focused and intent.
Okay.
Yep, that's... Anything else you want to do? The dragon is now above you, like you can feel its shadow above you.
Okay.
And there is a squelch of flame that'll come down.
And it's starting to come down, or is
It's going to come down to where it's going to increase your difficulty, essentially.
Okay.
By quite a bit for the next leg.
Okay. You will... About how far up in the sky are they?
They have not changed, so we're literally, I think it was like 20 feet above the canopy, and it would be like 50 feet. So you're from where you are.
About 70?
Ish.
Okay.
Well, they are directly above you, so it would be almost 50 feet straight up. There's no angle. No, correct, the canopy. Sorry, I can't math.
No. It's okay. So it's at about 70-ish?
Yeah, we'll go with
plus
that.
or minus? Okay. I will... I think he's gonna... Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. As we start to... I'm gonna start to veer off, and I'm actually gonna start to lift myself up in the saddle a little bit higher and kind of undo myself from the stirrups.
Okay.
Not totally, but kind of like put myself on edge, getting ready to like... As if I'm getting ready to jump off. Right? Kind of prepared for if I see the flame come down, sending the horse off in one direction and bolting off in the other. I'm assuming that Ez probably picks up on that as well, and she might readily sort of set
Ready
herself
herself.
in the same way. And I think he does, not knowing it's out of distance, he's just going to fire 2 psychic daggers just off, and kind of fire them. I'm metagaming just a touch. So Esmeralda sees it and sees
I see what you're saying.
What he's throwing.
Sure.
So he does it narratively, reactionally. Like he's just like.
Yeah. No, I got it. I got it.
And she will say nothing to that. I think she'll just take it in. And we are going to, if it is coming down on top of us.
So the way I envision it, he's directly above, and what he's doing is he launches this flame. It just basically kind of rolls over the direction in front of you, kind of creating an even more difficult terrain to navigate.
I want to do something crazy. I know I said I wanted to ride forward. That is not actually what I want to do. As I lift myself up on the seats, I want to yank the reins back, and I almost want to go into a full halt.
Okay.
So, because I'm assuming that the momentum of the dragon is pushing forward.
It is.
And so we are basically going to a full stop.
Sure, hitting the brakes. Got
yeah,
it.
And I'll go, yank! And just pull us back.
Animal handling check. We'll say 15.
I know, it's a risk. Okay. She rolled a 14.
That's good.
And I rolled a 13, but I will spend a side-bolstered knack. +5.
Okay, so you are successful. I need her to make a strength save to see if she can maintain her posture on the horse. Though.
Okay. Mark this. Oh, that's not great. A strength save for her?
Yes, because her horse is going to comply, but she may not be strong enough to tumble off. Yep.
She rolled a 10.
Okay, she will tumble off. Her horse will land. And for thematics, I really think the horse would be freaked to where it begins to turn around to move.
Okay.
So it's like spooked from the flames, because I'm pretty sure they don't like the fire like anything else, and it's gonna start to
I'm gonna attempt to grab the reins.
That'll be a dex save.
Okay. A dex save?
Yes, because you're gonna have to move instinctually.
Bajillion. 23.
Oh, absolutely. So you just kind of pull the reins to hold the horse, to halt it, as she's going to quickly pick herself up and mount it back immediately.
Yeah.
Now, in front of you, there's several narrow pathways that are unaffected by the fire.
Okay. In front of us or behind us?
Or
like the side?
In front of you.
Okay.
But you can see that it's quickly beginning to spread, leaping from tree to tree to branch, like it's very potent fire.
Okay. And it's spreading out in a fan, so if we were to split direction, there's not necessarily a way that we could get back.
Potentially, you don't know what's up ahead. It's kind of, remember, there's still rain and things that's actively going on too.
That's right.
Right.
Okay. Knowing that I fired the daggers, knowing that I have kind of helped Ez back off, and I'm assuming the horse's ass is next to me.
Sure.
I'll see you on the other side. And I'm going to smack that horse's ass so it travels in the opposite direction.
Okay. So you're going backwards.
I'm not going backwards. I want us to split the fire.
Okay.
So we're firing on either side.
Okay. She's like, no, wait! And then before anything, obviously, she has to grab the reins, and the horse takes the direction that you wish for her to go. And she looks back, slightly angered, but doing what you wanted her to do.
And I'll basically kind of quietly, she was like, you said you were tricky too? And we'll take off. As she does that, this would be round 4.
We are currently, yes, we finished round 3. We're at the top of round 4, correct.
I'm going to say, I'll think back to Niley, and I will say, Ez and I have split for the moment. Hopefully we'll reconvene. And we'll take off.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a lot of actions during that turn.
Sure. No, we're very loose in this. The chase. It's meant to be more thematic and fun.
Okay.
Okay. So we're on to the next.
Okay, animal handling.
You're going to take the clearing path. She goes the one direction, and you're going to go the other way.
Run the other way. And with the intention of us...
circumnavigating the fire.
Correct. Basically going around the fire
Perfect.
and not really giving... Unless they know exactly where we are, not really... Even if they were to spot both of us, having to make a choice.
Okay.
I got a... I can't do this math in my head. 16, and she got a 14.
Okay. So as you take the reins and kind of as a strap and kind of whip it back and forth to get the horse going.
Yes.
It is intent on following your directions. You begin to curve around the flames.
Okay.
As you begin to see, like, from the smoke, it starts to mix in with what the fog is here, and there's almost like figures kind of like manifesting mixed with the smoke, as if they like reach out towards you as you're riding.
Right.
And you're kind of looking to pull away. You charge off in the direction, but you also lose sight of Esmeralda.
Okay.
And you have no idea where this creature, this dragon is. By the time you kind of like look back to see things you've kind of passed the flame, and that's when you turn forward and you're looking forward to realize you've kind of rushed into a very large clearing with a dense kind of forest line on the other side.
The other side. So
Correct.
I've got
You've got several hundred feet to cross.
basically 2 rounds of getting across this.
Right.
So shadows reaching out behind me, actively with me, essentially.
More of like the mist or the fog is kind of like not wanting to let you go either, essentially. A little horror play.
Okay, no. I totally... And also, sort of, correct me if I'm wrong, driving me forward.
Possibly.
Okay. Have no idea where the dragon is, have no idea where Esmeralda is. I think in this moment, knowing how exposed he's about to be, being used to kind of lurking in the shadows or hiding behind different faces and hiding behind different beings and entities and like truly well and being alone in this moment. And this is all like rapid fire, right?
Yeah.
This is I think he thinks back and knows basically the roll of the dice he's about to do, because he's like, there's only really one way for me to go. And he's going to think back to Niley, and he's going to send her a message where he says, you know, words have more meaning than I thought they did. And that would be the message that he sends as he takes off into the clearing.
Okay, so absolutely. Maybe your next hex here. So I'm assuming you're going directly south.
Yeah, through this, directly south.
So you immediately begin to charge. The mud and the hooves make that...
Yeah.
As it's pretty thick at this point in the clearing. The rain is stinging your face.
Can I use prestidigitation to clean the horse?
You can, if you'd like to.
I would. That's what I would choose to do.
The rain stings your face for a moment. You clean the horse up. You look back. Let's play out Esmeralda. Let's see.
That is a 9.
Okay. Go ahead with Esmeralda's.
And then my animal handling was a 11.
For the yeah. So Esmeralda is, let's go ahead and roll a d6 and a d4 for her.
Okay. 3 and 3.
So she definitely has not appeared as fast as you thought she would have. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please, as we're going to play out that she became entangled with more of the fog or the mist than you did, and creatures are reaching out, or things or entities are reaching out, and it spooked the horse.
Got it. So it's like rearing and bucking.
Correct.
Okay. That would be a 14.
Okay. She will be thrown. We'll leave that up to build anxiety for you.
Yeah, don't feel good. And I watch her basically thrown into the clearing.
You will see essentially just a brief moment. She's not thrown into the clearing. She's on almost into it, and as she's starting to emerge, the horse rears, and then the fog almost like creates a curtain.
Okay.
And you can see silhouette of the horse up, and her tumble off.
I think as I watch her fall down, I probably see a flash of magic as she falls.
Sure.
Right. Because she's being tossed off the horse, and I'm gonna watch her just kind of touch herself. And I have seen this magic once before, and she's gonna cast protection from good and evil on herself.
Excellent. Okay, after kind of looking and seeing that, hoping for a better result, but seeing that she seems to have the situation under control.
Yeah.
You turn around, and as you do is when there's a squelch of flame that is going to cut a path directly in front of you.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me another animal handling as your horse is going to like rear.
14.
Okay. You will begin to maintain, but it's almost too much to where you will slide off the back, missing it.
I think that makes sense.
Land, the horse is going to like right itself the best it can and begins to panic. And as you see the shadow, you can see it arc, being the dragon, as it comes around and kind of tilts and then is going to land behind you about 40 feet. From where you came from.
Flame on one side.
Correct.
Dragon on the other.
Essentially a wall of flame.
Horse and I in the
middle.
And Ez off to the... If I'm orienting against the flame, she's off to the right?
Yeah, we can do that. It's fine. Now I'll pull this up because we're a little bit more of an order.
I think in this... I think in this moment, rain just like pouring down, flame behind him. I think he's gonna sink into the Fae, right? For the first like real, like just kind of like let himself go. And I think the first thing that happens is a glow kind of casts across his face because little bioluminescent lichens start popping up around sort of the crown around his head. His eyes are going to go totally silver, like he's lost all sclera, all pupil, like he's going full...
Like feral.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's going to think back to Niley, and he's going to say, you know, before I met you and the compatriots, I never thought about my impact of words. And I am going to look over at Esmeralda, and I'm going to action, movement, bonus action, dash to the opposite side of the clearing.
To the left side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm running, if she's on my right.
So you're going 90 feet left.
Yep. And basically letting my horse go where it wants to go.
Sure.
And I'm going to bolt 90 feet to the left, kind of if there's wall of flame, dragon behind me, and I'm taking off.
Sure, okay.
And I think it's one of those almost loping, like he starts in a run and then kind of shifts down to like an all-four movement as he kind of takes off towards the woods.
Okay.
And then Esmeralda, seeing this...
So when she casts, let's flash to Esmeralda, she casts Protection, Good and Evil.
Yeah.
There's going to be a withdrawal, just that creepy kind of how like a mist seeps out of a crack. And so like, kind of like, it will give her a little bit of a space.
Okay. And how far away is she from Escher?
From her current position, I'd say she's probably about 90 feet in a straight line.
Okay. So 90 feet straight line. Is she back? Does she hop back off her horse, or is her horse...
She is... Her horse is there, but spooked.
Okay.
But she's probably would have had enough wherewithal to pick herself up as she cast Protection from Good and Evil. So she's not mounted.
So half movement.
She mounts.
No, that would be her standing up, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And it would be another half to mount.
To mount, correct. We're gonna, she's gonna use the rest of her movement and her action to loop behind the dragon in the woods.
Okay.
I'm assuming she doesn't have bonus action dash.
No.
Yeah.
So she mounts and then she uses...
Does not mount.
Oh, she's just taking...
She's on foot.
Okay.
And she's as quietly as she can looping around the dragon to try to meet Ben on the other side.
Okay. So she's going to go about... She turns her action to an extra movement, so she uses 45 feet.
Yeah.
That was left. Okay, so she's moving 45 feet, so that cuts it down for...
Future
45 to the dragon. Okay, so as you complete your run and she does her thing, that is when we'll go to Escher, who is going to basically have the dragon take off, and it's going to land right in front of you. It's got enough to fly and go, and it'll drop in front of you.
Okay.
So it kind of like cuts you off. There's some space between.
Okay.
He pulls the reins to right it a little bit. As you can see, it's a little bit more, but he says, I do love the chase for my meal. That's what he'll say.
Ben will respond, I thought I was Strahd's. And can I get between the dragon's legs?
I mean, you could start to do that if you'd like to try.
Flame all right. Forest far away. Esmeralda over there,
Yep.
closing distance.
Yep.
Dragon in front of me. I'm only going to take a few steps back because I know Esmeralda is like pseudo behind me.
Sure.
Got a general sense of where she is. I'm actually going to just run backwards about 15 feet, and I'm going to hold my action.
Okay.
Just ever so slightly. And the action that I'm going to hold is basically just firing off 2 psychic daggers. Esmeralda's going to close the distance until she's about 30 feet.
Okay.
That Escher is about 30 feet from her.
All right. So she was 45 feet. He leapt to get in front of you, which was like 90-ish.
Oh shit! So she's got to use.
She's got to go.
It's a movement action. Then I'm going to move the full 30 feet.
Okay, to try to bring him forward.
Yep.
Fair enough. She's going to take off running.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do with her? She's got to go.
It's movement action. She's got to go all out.
Okay.
She's got to really close the fucking distance.
Okay.
Or if I'm moving 30 feet back, he's 60. I'm trying to just math my head. I just got to look at one spell choice that I don't have in front of me. Oh, do I just want to blow all of your spells? I think I do. She's going to cast mirror image on herself. So she's going to
Okay.
her 3 images
Gotcha.
of herself.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So she takes off running. You go 15 feet and then decide to go the full 30.
Yep.
That is when Escher will kind of like maneuver the reins. The dragon takes 1, 2, closes like 10, 15 feet. As you finish the 30 feeling very well, that's when you hit something from behind you.
Okay.
You hear in kind of this very ominous whisper, "You're right. You are good." That's what you'll hear. So I need you to make a acrobatics or an athletics at disadvantage because you were not. This is a surprise to you.
Can I bonus action disengage?
I think
Okay.
we're going with this one.
Okay. I rolled a 16 and a 17.
Okay.
If you would like to come over and look
No,
at it.
I trust you.
My acrobatics at disadvantage is 23.
Okay.
I'm going to roll my last side bolstered knack. And I'm going to do that full disclosure.
Sure.
If I did not make it, I burned this. If I succeed. So that would make it a 30.
Just to double check. check these numbers because I don't want to like hurt feelings or not hurt feelings from your side. Okay. So you feel very confident, and you will feel the back of your neck as it has an extreme amount of pressure and begins to crush around your carotids.
Oh, good.
And you can kind of feel that pressure. You are going to be able to get away.
With the 23 or the 30?
With the 30. You spin around to look to see very ominous, clean, very angry looking is Strahd Manzarovich as he's looking down at you.
Okay. So I've got Dragon, Escher, Strahd, Esmeralda behind me. I'm going to say, Niley, he's here. The words that have power are, I love you all.
Let's put him in my initiative order.
And
about round 6, I think, ish.
I'm going to I think at this point he's just gonna get that kind of like sick grin on his face, and he goes, we're finally meeting now. Isn't this intriguing? Taking a few more steps back.
Sure.
And I think he's just going to rotate one of his feet behind him as if he's getting ready for basically a dueler's stance.
Sure.
At which point he's going to I'm gonna do what it's just like I'm not gonna do what James would do this moment, I'm gonna do what Ben would do this moment. He's gonna recall his shadow back from the dragon.
Detach itself.
But halfway through it, you're gonna watch it kind of like rise up out of the ground and almost like a twisted form of Ben. And this is now the sword at his hip is going to flash for a second, and it's going to become Hexblade's curse, and he's going to place it on Strahd.
Okay.
So now he's got basically what the shadow does instead of latching itself onto Strahd, it almost jumps into Strahd's shadow, and it kind of looks like the shadows are now like struggling with each other. He goes, I've been waiting to meet you for a long time. And Esmeralda, watching Ben kind of back up towards her, is going to start muttering and holding once Strahd gets within 30 feet of her. She's going to start muttering a curse under her breath.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so we will move to Escher on Dragonback. At this point, he will dismount, dropping into the mud.
Okay.
He's going to pull forth his saber, almost like a rapier, but a saber kind of hybrid.
It's got more of like a
curve to it, so he pulls it from his side, and he's going to just walk 30 feet in your direction. The dragon is now independent and operating on its own.
Okay.
Strahd will say, "You've done well, Escher. You should return to the brides and help them." And he will stop, slightly disappointed, and then he will sheath the weapon back. And then there will be this little kind of wisp of mist, smoke, or something to that effect, and it's just dissipates. Here I am. Is what you will hear from Strahd. It will be Esmeralda's turn.
Yep. Has he closed the distance to 30?
Being Strahd, he has not moved.
Oh,
it was just a free. I'm going in the moment. Here I am, because that was Escher's turn essentially. Now it's Esmeralda's turn.
Got it. Is he missed or is he?
I'm going to say because of the tension and everything, you can't identify it's a mist or a fog or something to that effect. He just evaporates or teleports or moves or something.
Can Esmeralda track any direction that he's moving in?
I'm going to say it's going to be too difficult to do that.
I was going to use her hold person on. But she has to be within 10 feet. I think she's holding. I think she's still muttering that curse under her breath, attempting to kind of draw within that same Vistani power that she has and she knows and
sure
has saved her from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's gonna hang in the tree line.
Okay.
As Ben is backing towards her.
Okay, that'll bring us to about round 7. We are going to watch as Strahd walks very confidently, very arrogantly, a slow pace of about 15 feet towards you. And as he gets to 15 feet, he just kind of flails his kind of cloak and goes invisible. And now when he talks, it's kind of like an echo around you to where you cannot determine or fixate. The other thing that happens as he does that, the rain stops.
Oh, it just stops.
Completely stops. So when he flails and goes invisible, it just, like somebody turned the sink off. Like, eerily scary. Well, shall we? Is what you'll hear. And I would say, as you're trying to look around, I feel like you would feel the breath and hear, after he says, well, shall we? Nebuchadnezzar. And let's say you're right here.
I think he locks for a moment. And he's going to think tonightly. Escher's on his way. I did my best.
I feel like Esmeralda is in the tree line and probably notices some sort of like an about face or some sort of body reaction, I would say.
Yeah, she 100% does.
That grows concern, and I would say that she knows enough about, loosely enough about kind of where you emanated from and kind of that she may be slightly concerned.
100% she's
Okay.
concerned.
Sure.
And she... So the rain has stopped.
Yep.
Okay, it's currently Ben's turn. He still has... Are there any shadows being cast on the ground? With his active shadow kind of wrestling Strahd's.
Sure, we'll go with that. I like that. That's really good.
He is going to bonus action disengage, break for the tree line behind him, kind of matching where that shadow is. And I think just in an attempt to break the concentration on this spell, not knowing really what it is.
Sure.
Tracking where the shadow is, he's going to attempt basically just right above it throw one dagger.
Sure.
At disadvantage?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. I don't think there's any way. 17?
No, 17 is just going to miss.
So bonus action disengage, movement towards the trees, and if he has any sense of where Esmeralda is, because she's been kind of hiding,
Sure.
he's gonna say, "Run."
So you definitely say it loud enough for her to hear within the tree line. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're going to leave it like that, and then we'll cut over to the remaining party and swipe over to them. And now we're back with the other side of the story, as we've already rolled initiative from the previous episode, and we see what happens on this side of death. So, the initiative is Niley, the Brides, Casimir, Rhodes, Avram, Filova, Naimora. We'll start some music, and you can turn your timer, Niley, and you're up first.
Horses can move 40 feet?
They used to be able to.
She has a special magical horse that actually has a charge and a ram attack.
Half my speed to get off the horse.
That's correct.
Okay. 15, 20. Oh, come down. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong person.
How?
Use your action to stand.
Yikes.
40, 15 feet.
Yep, you got 15 feet left.
Oh, cool. 15. And then I'm gonna take a whack at her with my greatsword.
Okay.
That's a 12.
That actually will miss.
You should use the slicey part, not the...
So as you swing, she literally goes, catches it.
No.
No.
Currently. No
Yeah.
one's hashtag blessed.
Try it again.
This will be a disadvantage because she holds the blade.
Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's 6 all 3 times. That's 3 demon numbers. That's great.
Okay. So the blade is currently held, and you kind of fight back and forth, and she just lets it go to where you have your blade after you've taken all your actions to attack.
Cool, and then, I'm done.
Okay. The brides are going to go immediately. She withdraw.
I'll pray for you.
What is your AC? Just
18.
okay. And I also would like you to roll me a athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be 8.
Okay.
for the lowest.
So immediately as you withdraw your sword, she literally goes around your neck. She has you grappled. The two of them are going to fly like lightning fast. Here. Here. Feed sisters.
That's bad.
You're not trying that. They didn't believe me either.
I think I actually prefer live meat.
You said
So we
18 was your AC?
Yes.
Both of them dive in each side of the carotid, left and right. You can feel the blood quickly being pulled.
Who's up here?
Let's see. So you're gonna take this much currently. So 6 points of piercing damage, and then because each one of them, and it's more. 12 points piercing damage.
Is that on top of the 6 or all together?
No, that's each one of their piercing damages. So
Okay.
they 6 apiece, so double 6s, and then they're gonna do necrotic damage. So the first set of necrotic damage is going to be 4. You can
Is that already halved?
Um,
I have resistance.
let's say it's not half, so you will take 2. This one is 8, so you will take 4.
So 6 up.
So we have
Guys, I'm half.
your total max HP is drained by, what did I say originally? It was 8 and then 4, so a total of about 12.
Yeah.
So 12 points down to max HP as you feel even colder.
Yikes.
Then
I know, you click on your hit points, and then there's an override max HP down in the bottom.
Then you just drop it to 0.
Yeah, might as well.
okay, each one of them then lash with claws at you because they're second of their multi attack. Each one of them are going to hit.
Oh.
We're just going to go with the generic and say you take 16 points of damage between the 2. And then what seems to be the lead bride is now going to sink her fangs into you.
Yeah, like definitely bloody.
That is going to miss. So she will not.
God.
Dear Jesus,
right.
in heaven
Someone.
of Nazareth.
Thanks, Auntie Lasagna.
That up here. Here.
Do I get a reaction if she moves?
You're currently being dropped by her.
Okay. Okay.
Once they move, then she will release the grapple. She'll stay where she's at.
Okay.
That'll end our bride's turns.
We're looking great, guys.
So far,
So
so
next
bad.
up will be Casimir.
Tank did tank things.
Good job, Tim.
No.
I think you should just repeat the same thing.
He's a spellcaster, but I don't know what type of spellcaster, so,
Fire is nice.
yeah, actually,
Fireball? Boom? Well, maybe not. You're in the middle of that.
no, it's fine.
I'll sacrifice.
Yeah, no.
Way beyond half dead.
Just take me down. He is gonna cast Fireball, but he's gonna put it,
Behind.
yeah, I think
To
it's
come back.
60 feet.
To cast, the range of the casting.
It actually took, or 120 feet is the range of the cast. I used to play Wizard, I should know this.
Yeah.
And then it's a 30-foot cone, so he's gonna put it behind her
It's a sphere.
sphere.
I'm pretty sure it's like 20-foot radius.
Yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yes.
Am I right on that? 20-foot radius?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you put it like here or here, you may be able to get them both.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe not. 5, 10, 15, 20 would get that, but you'd have to move it up and she'd be caught in it. Oh, yeah, hang on.
Like here. 2, 3. And then you got dude. It's probably like maybe here.
We'll say, you know what, I'm not going to complicate things. You can drop it here. I'll say that you can get them.
Yeah. So I need them to make me dex saves.
Sure.
Por favor.
Yep. What's the number they got to beat?
It's not on here.
1,044. That's what the book says.
Look at the spell list. Should tell you what the spell DC is on this.
Spell DC 14.
So they got to crush
Beat
14.
14.
Okay, so this would be the main bride. Although this wonderful free RPG day dice is the bride in white. 14 is going to fail on the main bride in red. The other one is going to pass.
Burn them up. From.
For a 3rd level fireball is
8d6.
8d6, and I'm gonna speed this up by rolling on the app. Nope. I fucked up. I'm so
Here
sorry.
it is.
Okay. Oh, 31 points
Okay.
of fire damage.
So our main bride will take 31 points. Some on your side of pencil, somewhere.
You don't get a
I'll get all the pencils. 31?
Yes.
Half as much for the other one because they passed. Okay. Anything else Casimir wants to do?
I don't think Casimir can do anything else. He is done. Yeah, he can't.
So next up is going to be Rhodes.
So this is Rose.
Rhodes, yep,
Yep.
correct.
To be fair, you were on the horse,
Yes.
not off the horse.
Oh, I'm on this horse.
Yes,
But-
it's the draft horse, so it moves at probably
They move at
40. Or...
40.
Oh, they move at 40. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Right.
Come on, Crit, just take charge of them. We have enough horses. Let's literally just mow them down with those.
Yeah, I got off my horse. I didn't want to hurt my horse.
This is how
I would never hurt Jelly Bean.
I named my horse.
I will gladly take Jelly Bean out of the line of fire.
Yeah. Guess what? We're on Jelly Bean together.
I can do all my stuff for mid.
He died.
Rhodes falls off the horse.
Yeah.
Get back on the wagon. Drinking is
I
killing
like
my
to think
stomach.
it's also with you.
Avram is riding with you, yes.
So he goes, you go.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Okay. That fireball was dealt to the main.
Yeah.
Was that the one in red?
Yes.
Correct.
She's the one who had me with.
Seemingly, she seems to be the head bride.
Gotcha.
The prettiest princess.
Rhodes will cast a guiding bolt.
Okay. Okay.
Actually,
I really rode it.
Like, notating combat, I think, is really difficult. It's also easy, though. It's like so incentive.
Not for me. I just said had combat. Moving on.
I was going to. I just
Can't.
back-
No one tops Katie. Katie has. Oh no.
Make it into a diary, and I was like, bye. Have fun.
actually, as a bonus action, Rhodes will activate a Twilight Domain feature. He will sprout sort of spectral wings
Okay.
and fly up the horse. He gains a flying speed equal to his walking speed
Okay.
for 1 minute.
Okay.
And he will leave Avram to control the horse.
I was already moving.
And then he will take a shot guiding bolt. That will be a 16.
That will hit.
So we have 4, 6, 11 damage.
Okay. That will bring up Avram.
Okay. And then Avram.
I need to flip your timers. Because if your timer runs up where you take a turn, I'm moving on. You just paused.
For Corey.
I know. Sure.
Avram, as a bonus action, will cast Sanctuary on him.
Okay. Explain what Sanctuary does.
So Sanctuary, range 30 feet, duration 1 minute. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. Failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as the explosion of fireball. If the warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy, or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends.
Yep.
But I believe you can move.
Yeah, you can move, you just can't like harm
Yeah.
or
No, I gotcha.
I know where this one's going. Fuck your sakes, I'm worried.
good looking around.
That's it. I'm great till I swing.
I mean, you are paladin.
He tricks up my sleeve sometimes.
You go before the vampire.
Thanks from Avram.
And then Avram will cast Sacred Flame on this one. With a saving throw.
Is it a bonus action?
Sanctuary is best.
Beautiful. Yes, it is a saving throw, and the spell DC should be on his somewhere on there.
It's just a 13.
That's gonna pass.
Okay. It fails because Sacred Flame sucks.
Tis the worst.
Hashtag Sacred Flame sucks.
Can't trip life.
All right. That brings the Fialova. Flip your timer. 3 whole minutes.
Man, sorry,
No
but think for a
pressure.
while.
You take that time. Your
No,
minutes.
I'm actually just gonna go ahead and stay where I'm at and cast Guiding Bolt on the mama.
Imagine it's like fireworks going on next to me, like in my ears.
Okay. Oh wait. Yeah, that's 23 to hit.
It does.
6, and then I think something about advantage, right?
Next attack is advantage.
Ouch. 4. One more. Okay, 10 points of damage, and then next attack roll made against the target has advantage.
Got it.
And it's purple. Guiding Bolt's like,
Does a little like flag come out of
Look
it?
at me, 10.
and I will go ahead and also do a healing word at my girl. Level 1 as well.
Okay.
Healing word. 1d4. It's not much. But it's on this word. Okay. 8 points.
Pretty good.
Better than what I had.
Right? And that's it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna back up. Sculpty goes.
Will we finally get it back to Corsa?
I'm gonna do a little moonwalk back to her. Just
Yes, move her mini with her.
oh, yes. I kicked her off the horse and then I backed up.
Okay. That'll bring us to Nymora.
I would like to know where the consort is currently.
The consort is about, say, 50, 60 feet in the air. Can you hand me the large dragon down there?
This thing that I thought was for decoration. Great.
Currently going up.
Okay, so they're lifting up into the air.
Correct.
Okay. Since she seems to remember that encounter, we are going to see if she remembers how to summon the hound from that encounter.
Okay.
I was going to have it target the consort, since that's what it did the first time, but he can't be targeted unless... Okay, well, unless DM, I mean, a hound of hell could be like a goose, and those fly, so...
I feel.
Can I send a shadow goose after
I feel as if it has to be a quadrupedal beast.
Velociraptor.
Like-
Geese are though. Can we just confirm geese are from hell? Like
Yeah.
generally.
I feel like it fits thematically. Hellhound, goose,
Hell goose. It's redundant though, honestly.
Yeah, it's just goose.
ATM machine.
For everything else, we're gonna roll. Someone pick evens or odds.
Odds.
Okay, if it's odd, I will succeed. casting. You know, succeed in casting. So I'll think about it real hard,
Remember, it's a 2% chance to fail.
and I'm going to. You will see appear behind the. Do I remember which one?
It's all a blur.
What's all the
I remember it was most of the consort, but I don't remember if I hate any of the others.
We do. If you needed a group consensus on it, I do.
Kill, die, kill.
We're just gonna go with the red one because she's the nasty bitch number one. So behind her, so mostly for Niley, everyone else, there will be a shadowy apparition that slowly coalesces into the form of a medium purple hellfire wolf, and that is going to take a hump.
A hellfire wolf. I don't have a hellfire wolf.
Do you have a
Are you
wolf?
sure
you even
you
prepared?
don't have a hellfire wolf? I mean, like,
But do you,
Am I supposed to
do you
play
have
these
a purple
conditions?
dog?
I do not.
a goose wolf?
Who's behind
Goose. I love this goose.
Red bitch.
Oh.
The hound is not technically large.
Okay.
It is a hound.
It's a doggy. We just only have a...
Six.
It's a beagle.
Okay, but
But Shadow Demon
no,
from
actually, guys, it's a Chihuahua because those are the most vicious dog known to man. There we go.
True.
Anyways, the dog, hound, shadowy thing is going to bite, and it can get advantage and give you advantage as well. So.
It has advantage on this attack from the guiding bolt as well.
Yeah.
Two guiding.
We're just getting the advantage.
Oh, well, 25 20s.
Well, that's in 11 here.
It doesn't, by the way.
It doesn't.
Yep.
As the hound snaps, she basically goes boop on the nose.
Very, very effective roll of piece of paper.
She has a newspaper.
Right? Just
I'm prepared this time.
or no, it's better yet. It's a little sandal. Every mother has this.
No, that's a former post-work.
That was for bonus action. So, I am then, as my normal action, going to try to roll my firebolt. And
Bolt.
firebolt, bolt. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna roll my 2% first. And yep, there we go. So I think about it a little bit. You get a couple hairs singed on the horse.
No!
Just a few.
How dare you?
Not you on the horse, not the horse.
I would rather you singe me.
I know you.
Yeah,
You on the
Oh, okay.
horse, not the horse.
Gotcha.
And that will
Please burn me, not my
be 2d10. That will be a roll to see if it hits.
Yeah.
Actors a 15.
15 is just going to hit.
And that is 2d10.
Yeah, I need to roll a 9 or better.
7
You got
points of fire.
7 points?
Yes.
This is a targeted spell. I don't think.
And then I would like to take half of my movement to get off the horse,
Mhm.
and the other half to run behind that tree.
Like that tree?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you see that?
Yep. You made it. Okay, that will end round 1. At the very end of round 1, Escher, the consort, who's now 60 feet, is going to start to arc the dragon. 5, 10, 15,
So-
and as he does, he's going to flame right across the striking path. So I'm pretty sure your horses are going to go away. I'm pretty sure everybody like in this general vicinity.
Just
Not getting sporadic. Smart.
let's to know you.
Yeah, literally that stupid flame.
It's happened once before.
Getting deja vu.
It's a 60-foot cone, so it pretty much gets
Everyone.
that. So if he kind of like hits it, ground.
Sick.
And I'm pretty sure I have to look up the dragon statistics, but I think it's
Billy, you're
safe.
it. It's you and Nymora now.
Dexterity saves.
He said he's not gonna get the brides.
Oh, he's not. He's getting her.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben. It's up to you. Go.
Yeah, literally.
Pretty sure
Nymora is
everybody
left standing.
except for Nymora is gonna take this. I'm pretty sure it is. Too many dragons in the book.
If it's more than 40, just take Vilova and I'll
Just take me, yeah.
You have to
I
make a
think-
save to cut it in half.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's like Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just not 20.
Huh?
It's a dex.
Yeah.
There we go. Dex save for everybody. It's only a 30-foot cone. Let me correct myself.
Let me clear my
This
throat.
point, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sorry.
These horses.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the horses, Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Well, that's better than...
We didn't like need to
You still
return the
think
horse.
I managed to get 20 on it for the...
Nice. I
Which
just need
means
to
I can still be dead because if he does over 17, I'm gone.
Well, that's a lot of dice to roll. I will do it though, because there's.
I didn't need to
Chance
roll
on
already. It was not far enough.
No.
No, you're good.
Do we have any reactions? Let's look.
I technically got a 24. Not that it matters.
Protective bond. Nope. Damn.
I have no reactions.
I could have if we had the bond, but you don't have the bond and you're too far, possibly. Yeah, you're definitely too far for it, so. Take your
Ugh. That was a party of all clerics gonna work.
It's not. I gave my only weapons away already.
I don't need that. I'm watching you do it like.
It is. You passed. What was your dex save?
Absolutely both.
Okay.
Both have remained.
I'm out
It's
of
53 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm
This
fine.
halved.
It's
So
still. I
pretty
only
sure-
have 17 hit points.
Okay. He will then continue his flight.
Does that mean you're dead?
I think because
Because of the Shadow Dragon's flame, it automatically deads you.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess we'll pop up in front of Ben, maybe.
This will be the
What?
test.
So half of the 53 is 20. What is it?
No, wait.
20. Yeah, there you go. What do you have, Rhodes? Are you toast?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I know. Niley, it's what's your turn?
He just wanted to murder off roads too, at least once. You know. Our DM has rules.
Who's next to me?
I think
A horse?
Casimir's still alive.
Casimir's still alive.
Yeah.
So it'll be the bride's turns.
Oh, can you just knock me over?
She's going to heal.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I love you, darling. R.I.P. Again.
This is the start of the bride's turns. They each heal.
This is the second time the dragon too.
Coming back as a dragon.
Stay the fuck down. Why won't you die?
The dragon's probably like,
I swear to God, I've been here before.
I've seen this stupid
Hey,
bitch once.
There's her purple fucking friend too.
Oh, go. What does he have?
Down.
My Afron.
Still a ring of.
Rumbles is gone.
Is Abram also?
There. Dashing.
Action like a hoe. You're back to Cassie's blade. Just kidding. I'm gonna run away.
Should.
I don't know where to, but
Dashing.
bye, Casimir.
Spectral. Can they be attacked? Is there any statistics?
Oh,
for
it
your-
can, yes. Mhm.
Then that's what she will do. She will leave some claws on the creature. Do we have an AC for the creature?
14.
It's definitely going to take 2 claw strikes. That'll be 16 points between the 2 strikes. She's going to focus on this new creature. She's seen something like that before, I'm pretty sure. She thinks.
Maybe. Just maybe.
That'll end the bride's turns. It's now Casimir's turn.
Run?
Or was the dragon done?
At this point, after he was basically arcing on the move, and he's going in the direction that Ben is going. He's about 15-20 feet above, kind of climbing above the canopy, and seems to be tracking or hunting above.
He is going to do...
Before you would have died, I do want to give you at least this one. This will be what you hear as you hear right across.
Oh, that's got to be some...
So read it out loud for everybody.
in my head, annihilate them. I'll get the dragon away. Thanks, Ben. You did get the dragon away. He's gonna do a cone of cold on her. So it's a self thing. A blast of cold air erupts from his hands. Any creature in a 60-foot cone has to make a Constitution save, which is 14. So I need her to make a Constitution save.
Said 14.
Old man eyes. You had Sanctuary. Did the dragon roll wisdom to hit her?
It was
Area effect.
Correct.
Yeah. I was trying to
Was it
get her back.
It wasn't targeted, it was what?
Was it a breath weapon or a spell?
It was a breath weapon.
Okay. He has counter spell. I was like,
Yeah.
any spell.
Grasping at
He's done now, but like.
That is going to fail the cold spray. Yep, fails.
So she is going to take some damage once it stops rolling. 34 points of cold damage.
Okay.
I believe.
So as she goes to like reach for him after her rush, he basically just like straight at her, and she's like, ah, and fights away.
Yeah.
It was effective.
Yeah.
And you said it was 30. How much?
34.
Yep. Just checking the memory.
Whenever I'm a wizard, I can't roll that good on any of my stuff. But whenever I play another wizard who's not me, I'm just great at it.
Makes you want to play a wizard.
Pretty
And then you're like,
much.
never mind.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, we made web work.
My fireballs did 16 points of damage.
He made web work.
So as she kind of pulls away, like fingers break off as she's looking pretty bloodied and beaten from that one strike.
A little frostbite.
Pretty rough. Rough.
It's good because it's the only cool thing he can do.
Hey, chill out, sis.
No, he's got one more.
Anything else? Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
He doesn't do anything else. He's good like that, one and done type of man.
Okay.
Would you
Dinosaur turn.
So Rhodes, it was
Just a
back
sorcerer
on.
that doesn't have a
Fiolova.
soul.
Fiolova, you're up.
Okay, I'm a little shook yet. Maybe taking some sinking damage again. I will kind of look at Casimir and look like apologetically like, oops, didn't mean to invite you to instantaneous death. You're bad. And I'm gonna try to tackle girl. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna catch spiritual guardians.
Oh, and that's like a. I think it's that yellow ring right there.
And I'm also.
Does it look like little fairies and things on it or something? That's it.
Normal.
I feel like we're doing that one picture thing. We're like.
That. I'm also. Mark that off my spells. Let's see now. Wait, I already. And. I'm gonna jump down 15. I'm gonna send my horsey and hope he understands. I'm gonna do one of those like, yeah, go on, you're free for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And hope he kind of gets the hint to go over to here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, get the fuck away.
Yep.
Like, you don't need to be here.
The horse, Jellybean, comes trotting towards you.
And okay, so that is good, and it doesn't affect the vampire until per turn.
That's correct.
So I have that up. And the bonus action won't help because how's everybody looking that is alive? Like 100, right?
I don't think anybody's taking damage other than the ones that were barbecued.
13 hit points.
I apologize.
Oops, I just rolled a thing. It didn't count. That does not count.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Then I will just
And that's it.
stay my stay my ground.
That'll bring us to Nymora. I'd like you to roll a d4, please.
2.
You're going to take 2 points of psychic damage from watching more people die and these brides getting viciously closer. You are now going to begin to remember the name of Celeste. She was your friend, good friend, and drinking companion. You remember that you had went to Barovia and that you were frightened of the vampire lord Strahd as he was trying to devour you, essentially. And that's all triggered from all of that. That's kind of what triggered it, because you look very similar to Celeste.
So Celeste is
sounds
dead.
Wait,
Nobody
don't
knows. Nobody knows.
Unless Ben really fucking
Do I know? Or
Nope, you
like
don't.
so like
Because
basically it's like
you-
mid-battle by what I remember with all of
It triggers, right.
Okay. So I remember like
Yep.
okay. Like the location I was at when that happened.
Correct. The ring has worked.
Let's make it oblong for my advantage, please.
Well,
it's a squircle.
I do believe in that battle that I tried another spell, so we're gonna roll and see if. Okay. So I'm gonna just think about this psychic thing that I did. I'm going to target the white bitch.
The bride in white.
Yep. And oh, it has to make. I'm sorry. The white bride has to make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm pretty sure I need the DC, and I'm pretty sure it's going to
The DC is 16.
It fails badly.
Okay. So
Nice.
she will take. We're doing it
I believed in you.
3d6.
Even you.
In me for a little bit. That's rough.
11 points of psychic damage. She cannot take a reaction until the end of her next turn. And on her next turn, she only gets a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Same thing. Got it.
I think I looked correctly, but just, you know. The other one isn't within 30 feet of her, is it?
Nope. There's no one within 30 feet.
Okay, so.
Let me double check my words. 5, 10, 15.
Right. I was like,
Oh,
I can kind of see both sides of it. Not really. Okay. That was and what would it be to have like grabbed the reins of Jellybean and then like
object interaction.
mounted?
Half speed.
Don't you run off of my horse.
So grabbing the reins, free action, object interaction, half speed to mount it, and then you can move the speed of the horse, which is 40 for a move.
You can protect Jellybean, but you can't just have it.
Okay. It was a 280, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will be mounting up on Jellybean. Thank you for sending the horse my way.
It's all strategy.
It was for him.
It was all for Jellybean.
Philip was like, nothing was for you.
Here.
And you run the opposite direction.
I'm kind of a horse girl.
Why don't you go like into the horse?
Sure. Don't forget the fog.
Just go a little
Like
into the
clearing?
forest.
No, there's still fog. Just letting you know, like, you want to escape, but you're going to isolate yourself in the fog, so.
Yeah. We're just what Ben did.
Is that your turn?
And then technically I roll for the, my hound,
Sure.
but I don't know if you would just like me to have it take a turn because I like summoned it now. Or would you like me? You should have rolled
We
it
can
in
just
last.
use it at your turn. That's fine.
And then he will take a bite attack. No one's unfortunately close, so that will only be a 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Very effective. So effective.
So Natalie is still cooked on the ground. You go for the bride's.
Get an extra roasty.
The bride's turn, so I think she takes some damage from your spectral guardians.
Saving throw for favor.
15 is not gonna cut it. She fails.
Let's see, that is 3d8. Where's my... Two of them are here. 6 plus 8, 14 points of Spirit Guardian damage.
Final two is. It's very quiet at the table.
You made me play wizard, I'm thinking.
Oh, so it is. Normally everybody's got jokes and having a great time.
Get an extra crispy.
That's radiant damage, unless my alignment has been changed by my
that's it has.
So it's necrotic.
It
Wizard.
would be necrotic, so the ring should have been purple, but we're not. I got one, but that's okay. It is now the bride's turns, as they are going to. The bride in yellow looks directly towards Casimir, and it is Casimir.
It's kissing me.
Could be, and she just kind of, as she's being attacked, and you can see like flesh being torn and whatever, and then she's just going to like cross her arms and she will evaporate into like a mist or a fog.
Oh, he's dead now.
Sweet.
She begins to move. She begins to move like 10 feet, and she's like, "Get you!" Pointing as you look back, of course, and then she does the same thing as she will evaporate.
She only gets one thing.
It's an action,
Okay.
so she's. So she would not move then. Thank you. So she would not move, but she would still point and speak ominous words, and then she will do the same thing. And she will evaporate. And they will intermingle with the fog. So.
I think he's a wizard.
It's a ninth level wizard.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go ahead and end our
But I don't
music
know what, like,
in our
evocation
combat.
or
And I think
what.
we're going to do is play a little
Dirge.
slower music, I guess. I'll put this on for
Nice little
some.
funeral.
Okay, so combat is perceivably over. What does everybody want to do?
I'm alright. Get my horse.
Turn the horse back.
Yeah. He was like an evocation or.
Doesn't seem like he's a specialist.
I'm gonna get on the horse and run up to Annihilate to check for any signs of life at all. I assume that she's gone, but I'm just like, I'd rather know, I guess.
I would like to know if the hound does anything on the start of its turn.
As far as trying to track it,
Yes, because
it was the same manner of effect that they have. Yeah, so he starts to like look around and looks confused, starts sniffing the ground.
somewhere in
And
5
randomly-
minutes
yep.
or whatever.
Correct.
But he's not here. he didn't stay here, so she's not here in the mist, ready to pop out behind
Nope.
me.
No, you're pretty certain about that. So when you come back around, you go.
And then, if I notice Niley's dead, I would probably just take off towards and try and hear anything from Ben and Esmeralda's position to see if, like,
I'm gonna say a few moments have passed after you've kind of gathered some composure, taking everything in. You're gonna hear in the distance is what you'll hear.
It's the same.
It's you and me and Casimir, right?
Yeah. Casimir decided to lay down.
Yeah. I'm about to decide the same thing. Not good at this. Philip is bad at
Rhodes, you immediately gasp for air as you come back with 1 HP.
I immediately activate Eyes of the Night.
Okay.
I did roll for it before I got a 3.
Sure.
So I need 10 hit points.
Sure. It'll come coursing back into you. It feels a little strange, but it comes. You literally are like the worst sunburn you've ever had. Everything kind of like flakes off as you begin to move. It's starting to regenerate and heal.
Who is the least injured?
Nobody's injured but you.
I'm
really about.
I'm injured.
Rhodes immediately takes off the holy symbol written kind and throws it to you and says, "Take this."
Okay, thank
As you stand up, you kind of have to catch yourself as if something pulled you back to the ground, but you were able to stand up.
I'm gonna hit you with a level 3. Make sure I have a slot. Healing word. I could start healing up.
So we only have the 2 horses right now?
Yeah.
Natalie, you come back to life.
Yes.
I need you to roll a d20.
It's gonna be a mass healing.
1.
Okay. You lose 1 hit point to your max HP.
Yes,
Okay.
you critically win that.
Oh.
Alright, I'm
I just made it make sense. Sorry, I was like, what?
Yeah.
My saving throws for Avram and Rhodes were a 1 and a 3.
It was the first time I've nat 20 on a saving throw this entire thing, and I was like, and it didn't matter.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and switch us over to our player mode. So stay with us.
And we are back on this side of the table. As moments have passed, adrenaline comes down, people come back. Avram still lays dead. What do you wish to do?
Pull myself out of the mud.
I think Rhodes would be attempting to get out of his goop and move towards Avram.
Okay.
Does it feel similar, like before, for me?
Only worse.
First grade.
It feels heavier. This is number 2 for you.
Yeah, oh wait.
What little connection and things that you kind of felt with your sibling now feels there is no connection. It's starting to take things away.
I will use a divine sense, which lets me detect good and evil. I can see anything affected by the hollow spell or the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
You are surrounded by evil as you are in the mist.
Great, it's all red. I specifically want to try to look for everyone back within 60 feet.
Trying to figure out if they're undead.
Yeah. Or me as well.
I mean, you would ping as undead,
Yeah.
but are you undead? As we've asked that question. Statistically, I mean, I guess I would have to say you would be considered undead, but not really be undead.
Okay.
I can give you that word.
Like a muted undead.
You're like dying.
Awesome.
Unaliving. Slowly.
In the process, after 25 it happens anyways.
Yeah.
Rhodes is giving me the same thing.
Yeah, everyone who has fallen once before gives you the same vibes. Yours are a little closer to being total undead.
Got it. Have we any live people left? Casimir.
Here, Casimir is. He is.
Nest was technically, she would have found her way back to us if she was murdered. So, we have two.
Mora's vision was essentially you dying.
Me, kind of. Up until the point that I died. It's a little hazy there at the actual dying part. That's,
You were dying.
Yeah.
no, my blood was slowly being drained out of me, so I could.
Yeah, I didn't like
That
that
usually
either.
kills you.
Vampire spawn.
Usually kills you.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
What do I?
Then I was like, I think it was a berry. There's a lot of weird.
Do I feel a connection with Ben?
I would have wrote up.
Oh. Yeah, sorry.
Let you do all the.
He's staring intently like, huh? So as you would have become real-lived, you would have got this message quickly popping in.
Come on. You lost your connection.
And make sure you read it out loud so we all hear it.
I really hope you know what you're doing and you're getting them out of there.
And this will be the third one, as all you hear is doo,
Oh, fuck.
and you feel the bug kind of goo out of your ear. It's not like falls, it just turns into like goo, now it leaks out of your ear.
Ugh.
I will join kind of in the middle ground of everyone and
Never has to be.
say we need to leave this area now.
Okay.
I would like to do a medicine check.
Sure.
Yeah, so your Joey is it's gonna drop. It's been more than 10 minutes, right?
I would assume if you're gonna, yeah, sure. Time will pass, 10 minutes will pass.
19.
Checking.
If Avery's dead.
When you go to examine and you kind of come to the conclusion that he is dead, that is when he comes back with a hit point. He comes up swinging like he has been fighting something. So yeah, you quickly like brace yourself. He kind of rolls over from his back to all fours and he begins to retch. He is not a very happy person.
I would do a third level healing word.
Okay.
Is that the big one?
Your wound is a really big thing.
I'm gonna use my entire lay on hands pull on me,
Sure.
which lets me heal 30 points.
As this is all taking place, you hear in the distance again, but much further in the distance.
Sizzle, sizzle. Okay. I feel like if you died, we're all just gonna connect to you and your aunt.
No one knows how it works.
We have no idea. Only
That's what my feeling is. Like, if he finally goes, I feel like we're just gonna accelerate into
yeah.
beyond whatever purgatory we're in.
Everyone around me gets 8 points.
Cool.
Ben, when you're in the middle of your escapade, that is when you will like have that moment, and as you are kind of in towards in transition, as you will see when you watch the video, you will feel that necrotic, psychic kind of tether snap again. So give me a d4 of psychic damage. 4. And another one as well.
5 total.
Okay. After a few moments, you guys are kind of putting things together. You hear coming out of the left entrance will be Esmeralda on horseback. You can play Esmeralda.
We have to go. We have to go now. Esher is coming. Let's go.
I'm up on Jellybean with Namora.
Yeah.
Where are the horses?
Dragon fire!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, that's not me!
Shut the fuck up. We have to go.
Jesus.
As you're saying this, like, I was like, and we're like 40 feet. We're just. I was prepared to dash away with Jellybean at the.
Perfect.
I'll
At the name.
Fucked up.
I think we're okay.
Dragging.
I was gonna say
He can walk.
Casimir and I could probably run since Casimir didn't get hit.
At the sound of the name Escher, I'd like you to make a perception check, please. As you are riding. Okay. You have a strange feeling someone is watching you, but you can't see from where.
Let's go!
Yeah. Start off.
Okay. What's the order? Because you got 3 horses and lots of people. How are we doing this?
Running at 20 feet.
I think you should be on a horse because I can run at 30 feet. So you can climb on with either Ez or Cass.
Okay. You'll, after trying to figure this out, you hear
Niley will run.
coming out of the left side at a further distance away, an empty horse.
Does it look like
Standing
Ben's empty horse?
It sure does.
That's Ben's horse. What's your horse's name?
Yeah, we didn't know.
Shadow.
Ah,
A shadow.
Rose and Abram will take this horse.
I'll jump on with Cass and we go.
okay. Animal handling,
Follow quickly.
handling checks, please.
As where's Ben? I yell.
Now is not the time.
Oh, okay.
Within the gallop.
23.
17.
Good, good,
18.
good.
20.
30.
Awesome. Yeah. And you ride. As you ride, you're beginning to notice that the fog is extremely dense in kind of the wooded area, and now looks like hands are emerging and starting to press forward, and it begins to close and narrow the corridor you're riding down.
Except around Ez.
That's correct. It's like about a 20 or 30 foot space. I would like some fear checks, please.
Doesn't for his roller.
No.
That's a wisdom.
Because of... Correct.
So pretty. Yay, my best skill.
24.
Okay. It's
Sorry.
a big difference. 4 to 24.
Quick. Oh, does Cass need to make one?
He does. Look at his traits. I think he's elf. I don't know if it can be. I think it's charm. Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, that's still good.
Switch.
21, and he's with me, so it's 23.
Okay.
If you're within 10 feet of me, you get +2 on any saves.
We'll save for funds. Everybody gets +2 for saves.
I know who's within 10 feet of me.
I would say that it would be like you could position and ride it to make it.
Through the power of friendship.
Doesn't it? But thank you.
What you got?
Natural.
You are extremely
Word.
frightened.
I got a 9 total. What the hell?
You have a fear point because you literally are going to look into the mist and you are going to see Dot.
Dot.
Very good. As she's reaching for you, and then she is snatched away by some unseen force. This also triggers a memory of something that may or may not happen. You can imagine it if you will.
That'll be a cat.
And Regina Rhodes. Good. From 15. 15's good.
Look up what fear does.
It's a step towards madness.
Yeah.
Trying to make you all mad. Step.
Abram gets a 22.
Okay.
If you're gonna make me mad, just know it's a short trip.
There you, you go. Can completely charging.
How does Theologa's fear manifest?
Probably paralysis and just like it wouldn't necessarily be like a dysfunction. It'd be more like a robotic, like if I'm relying on muscle memory that there's no cliffs coming up soon kind of situation. Like not looking at stop signs, not like looking both ways, just kind of like.
I feel like I would have felt you tense up, and I
Yeah.
would probably like reach around to grab the reins. So
Yeah, so that's
We
pretty
fall.
like it would be very catatonic.
After
catatonic.
riding these horses for near an hour, another full mile of time, you come to a spot where there's another kind of branch in the road. You look off to, if you were facing it, you would look off to like the right side of the pathway to see that there is a path, and in the distance you can see kind of an old looking tower resting on a lake. And if you kind of look straight forward ahead, which would be a little bit more on your left side, it would be a pathway that continues down, which Casimir is going to say, we must take the pathway down to get to the mountains.
We go to the tower first.
Okay.
Go. Do not touch my wagon, but go.
And Esmeralda is going to sit there and make sure everybody heads down the path first, and she's going to look back.
I need another animal handling check, please.
I'm gonna take mine at disadvantage.
All this good before.
Rings. So
Stress.
Rhodes will pull in front and pull the reins on his horse to stop in front of Esmeralda.
Oh, okay.
Explain.
Explain everything that's happening right now, because this group will not survive another combat.
She looks up at the sky and she looks down the path. She's obviously looking for the dragon. She's looking for anything in pursuit because we've been riding hard for the last hour.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I understand. This tower is safe. My wagon is safe. Let us get there, and I will tell you everything that happened, but we must go quickly.
Insight.
Sir? No?
14.
She's honest.
All right.
At this point, you feel pretty confident after looking at the skies and everything that whatever was is not there. The only thing that kind of intimidates you is the encroaching fog that seems to be now chasing you. So while it's still dense everywhere else, it seems to be denser behind you and roving as if just thousands of faces and hands and horror and agony kind of rolling towards you.
How can I not see that we are them now? Just chill, bro. We're all the same.
I don't know who you mean, babe.
And I think it'd be a great place for us to conclude this chapter for today.
Yeah.
I would like you all to level up to level 7.
Including me.
We'll talk about that later.
we'll talk to you.
Alright, what do I want to go into? The church. I want to go into the church.
So, I'd like to thank everyone who has supported and has watched through the previous episodes. If you haven't subscribed, we ask please subscribe, follow us. Genuinely, we are just making fun times, playing, having a good time here. Unscripted for the most part, for sure. No technical crew, believe me, if you watch these videos. It's just all me trying to work some sort of magic. I want to thank everyone and continue to support. If you have supported, we appreciate your support, and then just keep on